Anders Answers. I'm going to start weeding through these questions and picking my favorites. Let's see. What is the hardest song you've done for Glee and why? I don't want to answer that again. Final question. You must have asked a lot. Have you found a way to get Toto's Africa into season 6? No. But I'll keep trying. Has anyone sung perfectly the first time through, or does it require many takes to get the song just right? Most of the time it takes a lot of takes. It doesn't matter if it's Celine Dion or Leah Michelle or whoever it is. We do lots of takes and we pick the best ones from each section. But there are times where one take is magic and we roll with it. I think I remember a Kristen Chenoweth song with Matt Morrison. Can't remember which one it was from season 1 or 2. That was a one take special. Let's see. What studio do you use to record? This one. That was an easy one. Do you record the Glee cast for backup vocals? Alright, Caitlin asks, do you record the Glee cast for backup vocals on group songs, or do you have other people fill in to save time? The background vocals are done by studio singers, and then we'll augment them with the cast, but the cast's job really is to sing all the lead vocals. They wouldn't have time to sing all the backgrounds as well with their schedules. It's too tight. So that's how we do that. Monica asks, are there going to be original songs in season 6? I hope so, because I make money on those. But I don't know yet, so I'll have to wait and see. I'm on pins and needles to find out, though. Will there be an episode, let's see, Dark Blaine, that's a weird name. Dark Blaine wants to know, will there be an episode in season 6 dedicated to a group, artist, or genre? I'm assuming there will be. There usually is at least one of those per season. And since this is our last season, my guess is we will do that, but we have not decided on one yet. Let's see. Laura asks, what is the process for creating the background music for this show? Like the sweet Kurt Blaine instrumental theme from season 2. That is actually a piece of music that was licensed. I don't know who actually composed that originally, but usually the underscore is done by Jimmy Levine is his name. It's a great composer here in LA, and he does all that music. I, of course, produce and arrange the songs with vocals on them, but I don't do the score. Well, this is a good one. Isaiah Stevens asks, "What was it was it a conscious decision to make Kevin louder than Becca in You've Got to Hide Your Love Away?" Yes, it was, because Becca, I believe, was singing the harmony, and the harmony traditionally is always softer than whoever's singing the melody. If the harmony was too loud, then it would be hard for you to know what the melody is, and it'd be hard for you to sing along. So traditionally, if you listen to records, harmonies are always softer than the melody. So that is why Kevin was the melody and Becca was the harmony. Good question, though. Let's see. Sadaf, I don't know if I'm saying that right, asks, what is the recording process for Glee? That's very vague, Sadaf. Let's see if there's any more detail. If they are doing a duet, do they sometimes sing together in the booth? All right, that's more specific. Thank you. Duets, probably 90% of the time we do separately. But there are, the occasional songs where we like to have them both in the room at the same time, if it's a comedic piece or something like that where they need to act and play off each other. But if it's just a traditional duet, then we'll do one at a time. Let's see, Felix Corey Dietzel wants to know, what song was recorded yesterday for Glee? Not a chance I'm going to answer that. I like my job. Let's see. Mel. With mashups, how long does it take to mash it all up? Like from idea, conception to final mix? I'd say, that varies. Sometimes the writers just come up with random songs to mash up because it works lyrically. And once we get it, I'd probably say it's a week. from start to finish to get it done. But sometimes we've had to do it faster, and other times we've had lots of time to do it, so we spent 2 weeks on it. But I'd say the average is 1 week. And let's see. Klein Fan 71. I know you're recording, but with the shortened season, will there be performances as usual? Well, Klein Fan 71, I have no idea what that question means, so I'm not going to answer that. Terradice asks, did Leah and Corey record any of their duets together? Do you have a personal favorite of theirs? They were in the studio together, but they didn't technically record together at the same time. But they would come to the studio from time to time together when they had songs that they were singing, that they were both singing on. I'm trying to think. I think maybe on Roots Before Branches, which was the finale song from season 3, I believe. They were both in the studio for that. And let's see, we got more. How many have I done? I think I've already done 10. Wow, this is like the world's largest laptop, by the way. This is not mine. This is huge. I'm going to build a bigger studio to fit this. All right, here we go. Do you tailor specific gear towards individual vocalists? Wow, that's very technical. A very smart person asked that. Yes, I do. Different microphones and different mic pre's and compressors sound different on every voice, so you pick whatever sounds best for that singer. Normally, the first time I record somebody, I'll do what we call a press conference, actually we call it, which is set up like 10 mics and see which one sounds the best. And then, let's see, which producer influenced me the most? I would say Mutt Lange, probably when I was younger, definitely was my biggest influence as producer. And Pierre Marchand was another one that I was a big fan of. Still am, but you know, I don't have time to even know what they're doing these days, but they're awesome. Let's see. We have all heard of both artists and producers with some unconventional methods of recording and finding creativity. Have you experienced anything similar? I think, you know what, on Glee, we do the same thing pretty much on every episode. But when we do, you know, when I produce CeeLo, you know, that was definitely completely different. Or producing a band is a totally different experience. I do, you know, usually drum sounds are always the weirdest thing to record because the band will want to use like garbage cans and the hood of their cars and stuff to make drum sounds, and you know, that's when you can get really creative. But on, you know, on Glee, conventionally, we just do the same thing every day. It's like Pinky and the Brain. Same thing every day. You're recording everything in your own studio, or do you record things in separate studios? We have lots of studios. I have this studio, which is my personal studio. We have studios in 2 locations in Hollywood, and also my partner Per back in Sweden has his studios there. So we record kind of all over the place. And last question. We've heard that Bohemian Rhapsody was a headache to produce. Would you mind sharing the story? Well, I did 2 all-nighters in a row. I recorded for 48 hours straight just to do the vocals on that song. That wasn't even with the track. So I was pretty much suicidal by the end of that song. It's just so many parts, and it just goes on forever. And every time I thought the song was done, no, there's another section. And it just kept going like that for 2 straight days. So finishing that was probably like the best sense of accomplishment I've gotten in years, because it turned out great too. I think that's enough for today. What do you guys think? Thanks for tuning in. And as you can tell, this is very high quality production. Okay, bye.